Hello fellow Plexers. I thought I'd do a quick little video in addition to an earlier video I did about Filebot and subtitles. So Jungle Cruise has been released. I've got a copy of it here, and there's a whole bunch of subtitles, but why I wanted to do this additional video is we have 3 English subtitles. So the largest one, which is labeled 6, is 138 kilobytes. And then we have a smaller one that's 112 kilobytes, and then we have one that's only 4.2. Without looking, I know that the smaller one is the 4th subtitle. The next largest one is the default subtitle, and the largest one is the SDH or hearing impaired subtitle. So let me show you how it works in Filebot. So if I back up one directory and right click, I can open in Filebot. And if you watch my earlier video, you'll see that I'm using some custom expressions. So if I edit my expressions, this is my expression that I use. Basically the name of the movie, the year, video format, audio format, and then SUBT, the bracketed subtitle, figures out the language of the subtitle. Unfortunately, Filebot cannot discover the type of subtitle, but it can determine the language. So if I click and use my preset, Filebot goes to work. While we're waiting, this is a Linux desktop. It's elementary OS. I'm sure Filebot works very similar on Windows or Mac. Okay, so it's found everything. It's got the proper name, plus it's added in the resolution and the audio format, and it's got the extension for the subtitles. So if I just clicked rename, it's going to throw up an error because I've got multiple English ones. So let's just double check. So number 5 is the one we want to keep. That's the default subtitle file. We're going to remove 4 and 6 from Filebot so we could rename those manually afterwards. So I just highlight it, hit the little red X, find 6, hit the little red X, and now rename. So there's also some problems with the Portuguese, Spanish, and French. I don't care about those. I'm just going to skip them. Close down Filebot. And actually, let me get rid of the ones I'm not going to use. So that leaves the 3 English ones. Sorry, my phone is going nuts with Twitter notifications. I'll move them out with the movie. So everything's renamed properly. We just have to manually do the other 2. So they're pretty easy. We'll just copy this file name. I'll go to the largest one, which I know is the SDH, and just do a .sdh. And I know this one's the forced. Give it the same name, .forced. And then if I open the movie up in VLC, you could see each of the subtitles listed and check them out. Or you can open these up in a text editor. Let me bring this to the right page, and you can see where the timestamps are. So these are all the foreign parts. If I open up the default one, you'll see there's a lot more dialogue here. And if I open up the SDH one, we'll have evidence that it's for the hearing impaired. Anything in parentheses wouldn't be in the default subtitle file. So grunts and gasp, Frank laughing, all that is the extra information that the SDH subtitle takes. So now it's just a matter of copying all of these to wherever I want them on my server. I'm doing 64.1 megabits per second from my old, really old desktop computer to my Synology NAS that's downstairs in the basement. So I've got my server set up to automatically detect new media as long as it's not music. Here it goes. And it appeared. Now I can take the file properly. I think this is a Disney movie if I'm not mistaken. So I'll add it to my Disney live action collection. And there you are. Filebot can handle subtitles. It knows the proper language. You just have to figure out which type of subtitle it is manually, and it's really not too hard. You can look at a text editor and you just add the .forced or the .sdh depending which other subtitle you have. Sometimes movies only come through with one subtitle, and if that's the case, it's either the default or the SDH. You never know what you're going to get, and you don't really have to label it special. I do. I like to take a peek inside and actually label it for SDH if that's what it is. Thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful.